Here's something most people get wrong. Something that's silently been holding you back from becoming everything you know deep down you're meant to be. And it's not a lack of talent, it's not resources, it's not timing. It's this. You think that walking alone means something is wrong with you. But by the end of this video, you'll understand why the most powerful people in the world, the ones who change everything, are almost always the ones who had to walk alone first. We've been taught to crave validation, likes, approval, community. We've been sold this idea that if people aren't clapping for you, you must be doing something wrong. But what if the absence of applause is actually the confirmation that you're walking the right path? Think about it. Every chosen one in history, every game changer, world shaker, soul awakener, walked a path that no one else understood. They didn't fit in, and they weren't supposed to. Being chosen isn't about being better, it's about being called to rise, called to break cycles, called to build what hasn't been built. And when you carry that kind of calling, you will feel different. The conversations that excite others will bore you. The parties won't feed you anymore. The gossip, the games, the noise, it'll all start to feel hollow. Why? Because your spirit knows something they don't. Your soul is being pulled toward something bigger, something heavier, and that pull doesn't leave room for distractions. So yes, the path gets lonely. But it's not because you're broken, it's because you're becoming. One of the hardest parts of being chosen. You'll be misunderstood. Your ambition will be called arrogance. Your silence will be called rudeness. Your focus will be called obsession. People will fall away, not because you changed, but because you evolved. And they chose not to. The chosen one's life is filtered by friction. You'll feel disconnected from the people you once laughed with. You'll feel like no one truly sees you. And in those moments, it's easy to doubt yourself. But listen to me carefully. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're chosen. And chosen doesn't mean elevated. It means entrusted, with a purpose that costs something. Solitude is not your enemy. It's your sacred training ground. Alone is where God, or the universe, or source, whatever you believe in, builds the chosen. Because alone is where you learn who you really are, when no one's watching, when no one's cheering, when there's no one left to impress. That's when the real work begins. In silence, your voice becomes clear. In stillness, your power begins to rise, and slowly, painfully, beautifully. You stop needing the world's approval, because you start hearing your own. The world will always try to pull you back into the crowd, to blend in, to dilute your fire. But you've got a decision to make. Will you walk back into comfort, or forward into calling? Will you trade your destiny for their acceptance? Or will you carry the weight of being misunderstood for the reward of becoming unforgettable? Because no one remembers the ones who followed. They remember the ones who walked alone and didn't flinch. The storm didn't break them. The silence didn't scare them. They kept moving. And that's what made them unstoppable. So now I ask you, you say you're built for something more. You say you were born to lead, to change, to elevate. Then why are you still afraid of walking alone? Chosen one, this is your reminder. You were set apart for a reason. Stop shrinking, stop doubting, stop waiting for permission. Walk, alone if you must, but walk like you were made for it, because you were. Share this with someone who needs to remember who they are.